Yeah, so I thought it was a great example today of what Coach Freeman preaches, TGS. I thought the guys competed, they took it serious, and I think we got better. I think the whole goal this spring is to every day you're out there build on the day before it, and I think we did that. Fortunately, everybody's in one piece, and I think we have a great amount of momentum going into the summer. And I'm really excited about that. But credit Coach Freeman, shout out Coach Deland McCullough, who makes this thing just a lot of fun. So I'll open up for questions.
Coach, we're going to start way back here on the camera platform as
Yes.
well.
Coach, I want to ask about those positive adjectives that you talked about before the Blue-Gold game, and afterwards, rather. Do you feel like you were able to succeed on those positive adjectives that you presented to the team?
Yeah, man, listen, it's a lot of fun, but, I could use those words for the blue and the gold. I think every day we're out there, we're competing to prove our point that, we are, the best versions of ourselves, right? That's the reason we compete. So, yeah, it was great to see them put, as Coach D said, put the verbs behind, the adjectives. But, yeah, it was great. They came out and they battled.
All right, front row on your left, Coach. Jack Sobel.
Coach Washington, big reason you guys pulled it out today was 3-0 in the turnover battle.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to create those takeaways today? And then takeaways was a big strength for you guys as a whole last year.
Yeah.
Where's that at going into the season?
Well, listen, I think that's I credit Al Golden in terms of the emphasis he puts on it on a daily basis, and he's educated all of us as coaches. I mean, I've grown exponentially as a coach from those experiences, and so our players, they buy into it, and there's probably some opportunities to have a couple more out there on both sides. So I didn't know that stat. It's great to hear that impacted the game in a positive way. So, but yeah, I think that's certainly a part of our culture on defense.
And then you kind of talked about this when we talked to you during spring practice, but after Boston College interest, going through spring camp after that, like how ready do you feel like you are to be a head coach, and how does coaching in the Blue-Gold game really help with that?
Yeah, look, I feel confident in who I am and what I believe in, and my ability to lead and to help bring out the best in others. I think this game was an opportunity to do that. I wasn't alone. I think every coach that participated, they put their best foot forward. So, I mean, listen, I think it was a great experience, but I think certainly feel when the time is right. Excited about that opportunity to be a head coach. So I think it was great. I think it was a great experience today.
Coach, we're going to move to your right, third row, Tim O'Malley.
Yeah.
Coach, 4 sacks from the Blue defensive linemen. Since you coach them every day, I want to ask you about an older guy in R.J. Oben. How did he progress coming into your system? And then also Boubacar Traore, who we have seen flash in almost every practice we go to.
Yeah. So I'll start with R.J. R.J.'s a veteran player. He provides a lot of that experience, and it helps our team. I credit R.J. because our system, what we do on defense is not easy. We don't ask you to do one thing, and that's the only thing. We challenge you to do a lot of different things. And so for him, I think he's grown tenfold. I think from practice 1 to this final game, I think there's a definite progression. And so I was very pleased with what he did out there today, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for him. But he's done a heck of a job. Boubacar's on the other end of that, right? He's a young player and really starting to consistently be out there. And so he has some moments some growing moments, as you would say. But he's special. He's got all the qualities to be a really good football player, and he really wants it. The best thing about him is everything upstairs. I think he has a really good mindset. He's an ultra-competitive kid, very hard on himself, and, he's obsessed with the details. So I think it was cool to see both guys, have some success today, and both they're kind of both in different stages. And I'm going to shout another guy out, or two. I could shout out everybody, but I know Jason Onye. He had some plays today. He's starting. It's funny. I think a year ago we talked about Jason and some of the things that we wanted to see from him, and he's doing it. He's playing lower. He's really becoming more comfortable, in his own skin in a sense, and he's starting to play at another level. Donnie Heinisch is another one. Josh Burnham, Junior Tulialamaka. I can't say enough about those guys, who really took advantage of the spring. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Staying over there, second row, Adam Rittenberg.
Yeah, you obviously see these quarterbacks daily in practice. How much of what we saw today is reflective of kind of what you've seen throughout the spring from that position?
Yeah, listen. I think it was pretty reflective. I think they make great decisions. I think they're really competitive. I think they have a great, unit concept, meaning they push each other. I think they bring the best out in each other. So, yeah, it was cool to see those guys, rise to the occasion when the moment showed up. So, yeah, it was pretty consistent. I think it was some good moments there.
And then just what are your expectations for this defense as a whole coming out of the spring going into this season?
I think our expectation is to build on what was done. Now, when I say that, last year is over. Like, there's nothing to do with this year. But year 3, we got to play faster. We got to be quicker with our decisions on the field, and we have and I think that is the case, and that is the expectation, So, and our players, credit them, they tell you the same thing. I think we just have to continue to build. Every year you're out there, you got to be better than the year prior, and that's just what it is.
Hey, Steve, can you speak to what you felt you accomplished most this spring, including today?
I think the most throughout spring, just finally getting an opportunity to get a lot of reps with the ones. I think from a leadership standpoint, to just kind of cement myself and, build that type of rapport with the guys in the locker room. I think that's one. And then 2, just really decision-making, learning a new offense, but also being able to play fast and work on those things that I've been trying to work on throughout my whole time here.
And then what does your plan for the summer look like? What's on the top of your to-do list?
I'm looking to just keep going, keep working. I'll be back in New Jersey for a little bit. Might travel elsewhere to train, but still just football.
Okay, we got to move a microphone here. All right, go ahead. Chuck Freeby, right down there in the middle.
Steve, last year, Blue-Gold Game was a dramatic game-winning play for you. And this year, what was the difference for you coming into this? Obviously with a different offense, but probably different expectations for yourself?
I wouldn't say my expectations change. Every time I step on a field in a game-like setting, I'm out there to do my best and do what I can to help this team win. It's just another fun game. Coach Wash and Coach McCullough, like Coach Wash said, they make this event fun and, it's very competitive, but it's really great to just get out there in front of everybody and just put, plays on tape.
I think you were in here at the end when Coach Freeman was talking about the development of the wide receiver room this year. What have you seen there?
It's been awesome. Those guys have made huge strides. Credit to Coach Brown, what he's been able to do with those guys since coming in, and just the guys in the room. I don't want to start naming names because it's really everybody. Those guys have really taken it serious, done everything they could to get better, and every day they approach it and try to do their best to really, gain that confidence with the quarterbacks within the offense and just learn everything that we got going in.
Okay, we are going to stay. Okay, let's go to your left over here with Mike Berardino. Go ahead.
What was it like having Riley behind you? I don't know if you noticed him. Was he helpful to you throughout that? I mean, are you hearing him in this new headset communication while that was going on? And just in general, this spring, what's it been like between you and him in this process?
Yeah, just in general, Riley's been great. He's been a great addition to the room. Just his experience and, we've been able to talk about, it's always great when you have a guy that's played ball, and he's been a great addition in the locker room, in our room, and, just driving competition. So it's been really great. And then today I couldn't hear him. It was just the coach that was giving me the play. But, being able to check with him after, be like, hey, what'd you see there? Just comparing, so it was really good.
And then in Mike Denbrock's offense, how important is mobility going to be? What can you do to improve your mobility? You said you kind of underrated with that down at Sun Bowl, right? Where's your mobility now, and would you agree that that's going to be a key part in making that offense go? Yeah,
it's been something I've been working on with Coach Lando since he's gotten here. In Coach Denbrock's offense, the quarterback has a lot on him with his legs and his arms, so being able to run that offense, you got to be able to do both. And I think throughout spring I've shown progression, and I hope to keep it going throughout summer.
All right, back to your right, Steve, second row, Adam Rittenberg.
Yeah, Steve, obviously all three of you guys made plays today at that position. Riley, we know, can make plays. How do you forecast this going forward? Where do you see this quarterback position going here over the next few months at Notre Dame?
Yeah, we have a really strong room. I'm excited for fall camp and throughout the summer just to keep competing and as a whole group just keep getting better.
And then I know explosiveness and stretching the field is a big part of why Coach Denbrock is back here. How important is that, having a play like you guys had at the end of this game, but just to continue to build up that downfield game?
Yeah, I think we're really multiple in what we're trying to do. We could have explosive plays, ball control pass, explosive runs, still being able to run the ball, but get the ball on the perimeter. I think it's just a great mix. And when you kind of get really good at everything like that and work on it throughout the spring and summer, you're setting yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey, Kris, Coach Freeman had some pretty strong words for the spring practice session that you had this year coming in as a transfer addition. How have you kind of been able to establish yourself as a key contributor in the wide receiver room?
I'm just trying to, my whole spring, my whole goal was just to get to know the guys, become closer to them, build a bond, a connection on and off the field, and I feel like I did that. And on the field, just learning the playbook and the offense and just trying to get well with that, because you can't play fast and play smart if you don't know what you got on the play or your assignment. So that's just my whole goal.
Throughout spring, and you've taken a lot of reps with Steve. And what have your thoughts been on him and also the talent in the quarterback room from top to bottom?
Yes, sir. The QB room is extremely talented. There's a lot of competition. It's healthy competition. They're pushing each other every day in, day out. And just to see them battling through all the hard things they have to control in the offense, it's a lot on their shoulders, and just seeing them overcome that it's a lot. So it's just, I'm really proud of them boys, and then Steve, just having a connection with him on and off the field. We got class together, we hang out together. He's cool people, so just playing with him and just having that connection on the field and off the field is good to have.
Kris, we're going to your far right with Eric Hansen.
Hey, Kris, you go against the #1 pass efficiency defense from the FBS last year every day in practice. I'm wondering when you felt like your game from Florida International translated to this, and what adjustments did you make to your game so that it did translate?
I know with myself, I believe in myself, and I know I can play on any stage that I set my mind to. And just coming here in Notre Dame and just being around guys like myself with the same work ethic as me and just same talent as me, having them just pushed me to be even better and just create more opportunities for myself to just excel my game. And then going against them every day in practice has made me so much better. So I thank them boys and give credit to them boys. So.
We've seen your speed in practice, and we saw it again today, your deep speed. So what do you need to work on around that speed to really establish yourself at that field receiver position?
I'll say, as far as that, my speed is one of my weapons, but also just getting in and out of my breaks, and just when a defender is on me, just being able to be strong with that and get them off so I could make a play at the catch point and make contested catches. So.
All right, Kris, back to your left, the back row right in front of me. Go ahead.
Kris, what did you see on that 62-yard touchdown pass?
I got the signal, and it was like a double move, so I was like, okay, yeah, this is coming to me. And me and Steve have talked before, like, we're going to make a play today. So I knew that was the opportunity. I seen that the DB had his eyes on me, and I knew if I made a good enough break that he was going to jump on it, and the ball was going to be right there out of my break. So.